What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Lions Den. Today's episode, we're gonna talk about my first time going to a comic book convention. I never really like I knew what they were because when I was a kid, like I used to, like see San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con. Well, it was like a few other ones too. But back in like when I was in third grade, my pops he took me to this convention called Heroes Con. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. They do it every year around like Father's Day weekend. This year, I think they did a little bit after. It was like the 20th through the 22nd. Because it's always on the weekend. It's either after Father's Day or like around Father's Day. My first time going, I was in third grade. My dad, he came pick me up from school. I was excited because who ain't excited to get out early? And plus, I was going to the convention, so it was something new that I ain't never done before. So we go. It was like a surprise though. I was like, I was asking like, where we going? He had gave me this Ultron shirt. Ultron, yeah. I don't know if y'all know who he is or not, but he's a super villain. He's a robot. So yeah, so he gave me an Ultron shirt, and then so he's like, we going to Charlotte. I was like, okay, so we on the ride to Charlotte, and then when we get there, I go in, and I'm looking around, I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and he was like, we're at a convention. I was like, wait, like for real? And I go in, like when I get my wristband and I walk in, I'm just like mesmerized. And it's just like it's crazy because I was like I've never seen anything like this before. Like I seen all the booths. It was just a bunch. And Heroes Con, it's a heroes convention. So it's a lot of comic books and hero action figures. They have like some anime stuff there. They got a lot more now than they have in the past years. But they had some anime stuff there then, and they got like everybody cosplaying. There was a guy dressed up as Sora when I went. And there was a dude dressed up as Mysterio. There was some guy dressed up as Goku. There was someone a lot of dressed up as Raven, the Teen Titans like Starfire, Robin. There was a Beast Boy. There was just a whole bunch. But so my pops, he had went to when we first got in there, my pops, he had went to go and get one of his comic books graded. Till this day, he says he told me to stay right there, like around where he was. But I promise I heard him say, walk around, you got your phone. And so I left. And I went walking around the convention. And I'm just looking around and I'm just looking at everything. And I was just like, dang, like this is all like just so cool. Like when I tell you I was mesmerized, like I was just so happy to be there. And even till to this day, I'm just so happy to be there. But I got lost. And so I'm at one of the booths and I hear my phone ringing and it's my pop, so I pick it up. And he just like going off. He just terrified. Like he just screaming, yelling. And I was like, I'm at the aisles because they have like these banners on the ceiling that tell you like what aisle you're in or where you're at. And so I told him I'm like at aisle like 100 or 600. And so he had came looking for me. And he had got mad. They give you that talking to. You get that talk, like, when you get in trouble. And so he gave that talking to. And then that whole time, after that, like, he followed me around the whole time. Like, I was walking around, he was following behind me. But I saw, like, a bunch. Like, it was just, like, a bunch of cool stuff. I think I ended up buying a few Legos, some collectible figures. I know I spend a lot at that place, bro. Every time I go now, I spend so much money at that place, bro. Like I come out there with like a budget of not spending more than like 150 or 200. I at least come out there spending like $300. Like now, I don't buy like a lot of the stuff that I did. Sometimes I still get the Legos. It just depends because now I kind of got an addiction to pop figures, and I kind of started. It's like going then. That was the first start of my figure collection of pop figures and collectibles. So I don't really get too many Legos when I go now. I mainly try to look for the rare pop figures or the anime collectible like the statues. Cause I think that time I went, there was they had a Goku, Ultra Instinct, the Ultra Instinct Capsule Corp Goku. They had that figure. I had grabbed that one because it was like 20. And usually them statue figures, you see them at like the bookstores like Barnes Noble, Books a Million, or just like at a GameStop or something. They'd be like 100 or like 60 something. And who paying? That's like that makes no sense. Who's paying that? I think it was like 20 or 25. And I got that one. And then I got Gogeta Blue, and I think he was around the same price. So I picked up both of them, and I was like, well, I mean, shoot, that's a steal. And I seen a Gohan figure that was like at Barnes Noble for like 60, the one with him doing the Father Son Kamehameha. That one that was there, and it was for like 10 or 15. And I was just like, I mean, who's not about to pick them up? I mean, shoot, I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. And so I picked up those, and then shoot, we go back home, and that was the start of my collection. And I mean, I was sitting there telling my mom, like, I got lost, and he got mad. And I was telling her, but look what I got. And I was showing all the cool things that I had. She was laughing, and she was like, say, oh, yeah, that's great. And I also met, it was a good bit of people there, too. I met a lot of new people. You meet, like, a lot of different people. You meet, like, a lot of artists, because they have, like, two different sections. They have the artist alley, and then they have where they got the vendors. They have the artist alley and the vendors. And I don't usually spend too much time around the artist alley. I do more so now than I did before. But the artist alley, you meet some pretty cool people, and they're selling some pretty cool stuff too. They be having like different prints, and some of them have like their books. I know recently, I think last year, I went, this guy, he had his manga, and it kind of reminded me of My Hero Academia a little bit. I know last episode we talked about My Hero and the Vigilantes. But it kind of reminded me of My Hero a little bit, because the character kind of, she looked like Stars and Stripes a little bit. Like a Stars and Stripes mixed with like a Wonder Woman or a Supergirl kind of deal. And it kind of looked like that. But nah, it's really Heroes Con. It's just like a really cool experience. And that's not even like the only convention I've been to. I've been to a couple. The biggest one that I've been to was Dragon Con. And I mean, I guess we could talk about Dragon Con this episode too. If you ever get the chance to go to Dragon Con, I highly recommend you take it. Dragon Con is probably the best convention that I've been to out of all of the ones I've been to, because I've been to Heroes Con and I've been to like a few mini cons. I haven't unfortunately had a chance to go to like Dream Con or Anime Expo or any of those. But Dragon Con, if you get the chance to go to Dragon Con in Atlanta, is great. It spans like 4 or 6 different hotels, and it's just a bunch of vendors, a bunch of artists, some great celebrities, some great voice actors. This is great. This is like a whole experience in itself. Like you won't regret it. You really won't regret it. Cause I've even went to Collecticon, and Dragon Con. It's even bigger than Collecticon. Like Collecticon, they got like a lot of collectibles, and a couple voice actors come. And then there was this other convention in Colombia I went to. I think that was the Soda City one. They had like a few voice actors come to that one and a couple vendors, but Dragon Con, I still have yet to go back to that one. I went to that one when I was a kid as well. But Dragon Con, it's a great experience. It's huge. It's a really great experience. You see so many cosplayers, so many just different people. But if you into like nerdy, like geeky kind of things, like anime, video games, pop culture stuff, superheroes, go to Dragon Con. They got all that. Even like Heroes Con is more so centered towards like comic books like Marvel, DC, and like the stuff like that. But Dragon Con, they got something there for everybody. And that's what really made it like a great experience. Because I kind of appreciate them more now than I did when I was a kid. Because you a kid, you just be like, well, that's cool. I like anime, I like Pokemon, I like superheroes. Like, oh, it's cool seeing that. It's cool seeing this. But being older now, I go annually to Heroes Con. Like every year, I try to at least go. If I just go like one day, I try to go. Dragon Con, unfortunately, I haven't got to go back. But hopefully I do at some point. And then for like DreamCon, Anime Expo, I hope that I get the chance to go to at least like one of those as well, because it's on my bucket list to at least hit up one of those conventions. But like always, join the den and leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. If y'all ever been to any conventions or anything like that, like don't be shy. Leave a comment. I mean, I had to see what all the viewers, what they into, kind of what y'all's fandoms is about like anime or pop culture, anything like that. But see you guys on the next one.